let's see, what can I tell you about myself? I enjoy spending time with friends and family. I enjoy home improvement projects. I think if people described me, they would say that I'm extremely organized, tenacious, funny, caring, and fun to be around. My past work experience would include being an administrative assistant in some capacity since 2001. Most recently, I've been a senior administrative assistant for the Seacoast Cancer Center at Wentworth Douglas Hospital. It started out as being a part-time position working for the director, and as time went on, they decided that they needed a full-time person, so within about 3 months, they changed me to a full-time person. And now, 6 years later, I support the assistant vice president, the 4 medical oncologists, the 5 middle managers, as well as the 73 staff members that are in the cancer center. It's extremely fulfilling. It's a lot of different hats that I'm wearing, and I think they would probably describe me as their go-to person to get things done as far as reimbursements and travel and time off requests processed and payroll processed. Prior to that, I worked for a company called Water Treatment Technologies, and they were in the housing industry, stone industry to be specific. I learned a lot in that position because for the first time I was also the sales assistant and was responsible for preparing quotes, setting up trade shows. I got to travel and go to the trade shows. I got to do all the travel for all the installers and the salespeople, and that morphed into being the president and CEO's right-hand person. So I assisted her with whatever she needed. Prior to that, I worked in the staffing industry, so I learned interviewing skills, I learned how to meet with clients and figure out what types of jobs they needed to be filled, and matching up the people with those jobs. Every year there's a Survivors Day celebration at the Cancer Center. We've been doing it for several years, and about 4 years ago I joined the team. When I got there, it felt like it was disorganized. No one really knew what sources to use, and we were able to find the right people to put on the team, and it now runs like a well-oiled machine. Everyone has their connections, everyone has the people that they can talk to, everyone respects each other's opinion, we're not afraid of change, and it now goes off without a hitch. Let's see, a time when I had too many things to do and had to prioritize. That happens pretty often. I usually seek the advice of my manager, who is the assistant vice president of the Cancer Center, and her tasks usually go to the top of the list. But if it's some other situation, what I typically do is get the things that I can get done quickly done first. Get them off my desk, get them to the people that they need to go to. I'm not afraid to ask for help. I carry a notebook with me, so I am a to-do list kind of person, so I would probably prioritize an actual physical list. I have a task list in my email, so I would most likely arrange that to put the more important stuff at the top. And explain to those whose tasks may have to go down to the bottom of the list why, and give them an estimated time when I'll be able to complete those tasks. One time there was a new marketing campaign in the Cancer Center, and there was a photo shoot involved as well as video being recorded. I'd never done anything like this before, but my boss asked me for assistance with organizing it and getting people to where they needed to be. If they need to be in hair and makeup, put them there. If they needed to be in a chair being videotaped, have them there. So I felt like this was above and beyond because it was way out of my comfort zone, and I feel like I stepped up to the task. At one point, they wanted to videotape someone and the person didn't show, so they put me in the chair, and now I am featured on a commercial for the Seacoast Cancer Center. So I feel like I work well under pressure. I'm not someone who crumbles or freaks out if something unexpected happens. So going above and beyond and stepping up to the plate is a natural thing, I think, for me. And it's something I don't mind doing. There was a speaker coming to the hospital at one point, and she was this renowned physician and speaker, and she was into holistic medicine, and it was a huge presentation, and they needed me to videotape the lecture upstairs because they were at capacity in the room, so they needed to videotape it downstairs using a device called a Polycom. So weeks before, I went through some training and learned how to use the Polycom, and the night came and the Polycom didn't work. So there was definitely some pressure there, but I was able to get our information systems department down very quickly, and they were able to help me assess the problem, and running back and forth from floor to floor where it was being broadcast was a little harrowing, but we did it with a smile. We didn't really let anyone know that there was anything truly wrong, but it was a good experience and one I can laugh at now. But at the time, I kept a smile on my face and ran up and down the stairs a few times, but it all worked out. Shortly after I joined the team in the Seacoast Cancer Center, the director that I was hired to work for left unexpectedly. I felt the need to take the initiative in that situation and spoke to the physicians and asked them if they needed anything from me and that I was available, and followed through, completed the tasks that I would normally have completed, as well as anything extra that they needed me to do. It was a very tough time because no one really knew what was happening, but I felt the need to reach out. I understood that there was someone coming in an interim basis, so I reached out to her just to let her know that I was here and if there was anything I could do to make her transition into the position easier, that I would be happy to do that. And the result of all of that is that I now have a fantastic relationship with the people I support, and they were added to my job as people to support. They actually requested that I be there to help them out. If there's anything else I could tell you about me, it would probably be that as an employee, a little goes a long way with me. I regard myself as a professional and someone that likes to bring out the best in people. So a smile, a thank you, goes a tremendous way with me.